Carlos here from Bushnell, and I want to give you some quick things to consider whenever you're choosing a binocular. These are all of the R series binoculars. You've got these two R3s, the 8x42 and a 10x42, and you have the R5s, 8x42, 10x42, and 12x50. 8x or 10x is the magnification, or how much it's zooming into the picture you're looking at. For the last number, 42 or 50 in the 12x50, is the size of the objective or the front of the optic. That's how much light or picture is coming through. The performance jump between R3 and R5 is you've got enhanced picture with the R5 thanks to those dielectric and phase coatings on the prism, which are giving you enhanced light transmission and better clarity, sharper picture. So the picture overall is better with the R5. Due to the optical system, you also have a little bit wider field of view between the two counterparts, the two 8x42, to get a little bit wider picture. So what is field of view? That's sort of like the first thing you got to think about is how much picture, how much of the landscape do you need to see? As you go up in magnification and you zoom in, you actually reduce the width or how much picture you see. Think about like this set right here. As you zoom in, you can't see the things on the side. So that's kind of the balance between this, and really why 10x42 is probably one of the most popular selections of binoculars, because it hits that balance between magnification and field of view in a sort of the all-around, solves most problems. But if you're in a situation where you need a little bit lighter binocular or a little bit more field of view, the 8x42 is great, especially when you don't need to see very far. So if you're in a lot of timber or woods, or a scenario where you're really looking maybe 100 yards out max, that 8x42 might give you a little bit wider picture so you can see that deer coming in from the side or something you might miss. As you go up to the 10x42, that's where that field of view gets a little bit narrower, but you get a little bit more magnification. If you're someone who really needs to get those details visible, the 10x42 and the R3 and the R5 will give you that 10x magnification, same objective as the 8x42, but the little closer picture. The R5 gives another option with a 12x50. You can see that there's not actually a big gain in size like other 12x50s you might see, but it's a little bit heavier. So you do gain some weight as your optical system gets more glass in it. That larger objective is there to counter the enhanced magnification. So because you're zooming in more, we're giving you a bigger objective to let in more picture to kind of manage the field of view. So you still have a little bit narrower field of view than the 10, but it's still not as egregious as it would be if we would have kept that 42 millimeter on the front. So it's how much picture do you want to see and what level of performance you're going to need. Now, between the two, your performance is great. You're going to need what you do in most whitetail situations. It's just that if you're in a lot of low light, or you have a lot of elements in the field that you're gonna have to look through, like a lot of branches or a lot of things where you need that fine detail, then I would go with the R5. And the next choice is going to be how much magnification do I need? And that's when I walk through that field of view versus magnification balance. I really recommend trying to look through these as much as you can to see what that's doing, but we'll have the field of views listed for these and you can kind of see how they compare to each other. But other than that, that's going to be your main two choices. Everything else kind of being the same with our series. They're all going to have the exo barrier. They're all going to have the same warranty. They all come with the Vault Light Pack and feature a lot of the same durability. If you want to see those, look at those overview videos that we have, but really just make sure you get the right level of performance and the right magnification and field of view balance that works for your environment. To learn more, go to bushnell.com.